Welcome to Macrocode. So today we are going to proceed with our series. I want us to begin our video today with what we call Booleans. So on our previous video, we were able to see strings. We were able to learn about concatenation, interpolation, access to strings, and even the special characters. So on this particular video, I want us to learn something about Booleans. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, like the video, and also share. You can also buy us coffee in case you want to buy us coffee, which goes a long way in ensuring that you support what we do. So I'll just begin by, so let me just remove what you see in our screens. So I want us today to learn about Booleans. So in programming, you need a data type that can have one or two values. That is yes or no, on, off, or even true and false. So mostly you'll need a data value that has yes, no. We have on or off, and even true or false. So that is now where Boolean comes. So for C#, it has a bool data type. So we usually call it, so let me zoom it. So it has a bool data type, which actually has, so this is the data type, which actually has two values. So it will only have true and false. So what I want us to learn today is I want us to learn Boolean, and mostly if we just come here, we can define some of these Booleans. For example, we say bool, then we give it the name. We say is alive. Then we say it's we are actually live. So let's do true. We can also say is coding. Then you can say false. So then we can output these values. So you can do console dot write line. Then you can have the same values. So we can output these two values here. So we'll have this, and then we can also have this. So these two values. So if we try to launch, we'll just run, and it should actually output the true or false. So we'll be having two values. So as you can see here, so I'll just come here, and if you click that, then you'll see we have two values. That is true and false. So that is what we have on our, let me try to move this here. So as you can see on our values here, we have true and false. Now that is actually what Boolean does. So for Boolean expressions, it actually returns true or false by comparing values. That is comparing two values or variables. So I want us, so for example, you can have even another, we can try to compare two values. So we can do what we call a Boolean expression that returns a true or false by comparing two values. So you can say int x equals to 10. Then we do int y is 20. Then we say console dot write line. Then we do here, we say x is greater than y. Then we do here, if we do that, or you can say here, we can do a bool. Then we say is greater than. Then if we say if this, can do that. So we say we are assigning this value is greater than. So we say there x is greater than y. So let's just see what will be the value. So if we learn this, let's see what will be the value. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. As you can see, our value here, it says false. That means x, we've said x is greater than y. 10 cannot be greater than 20. So that's false. So if we say here also, we can actually do this. We can even have these values here, just within the output. You can say x is less than y. X is less than y. So if I just do this, you can have here, we say this is greater than y, so it's fine. You can even have this inside here. So if we run this, we should be having two values, true or false. So we have x is greater than y, which is false, x is less than y, which is true. So it is actually returning true, that is two values, that is true or false. So as you can see, you've been able to make that easier. So you can see here, the first one is false, the second one is true. So we can also have, for example, we say x is equals to 10. So you can imagine, we are now comparing, is x, this will return true because the value of x is actually 10. So if we just do that and run, you can see we are using double equals. Take note of that. So here you can see it is true. So that means if x is actually greater than, so that means x is equal to 10. So as you can see here, x is less or equal to, that is less than y. We can also do x is less or equals to. So if you do equals to, it will put a sign here. So you see there is a small sign. So that is less or equal to. So if we do the same, we will still get we'll still get the same result. So if I just press enter, you see I'm getting true or false. So, or you can also do here y equals to 20. So you can see that if I just run this, then we'll get the same result. So if I just press enter, you see x, y. So this is x, y here. So let me just come here. So x, y. So x is equals to 10 and y is equals to 20. So that's a Boolean expressions that we've just done. But now I want us to check something. So assuming we are doing something like, we say here age, say my age is 30. Then we say here voting age, say here voting age is 18. So we want to see if you've actually, you can be able to vote. So you can say, you can only be able to vote if your age is greater or equals to, do equals to, sorry, it will be equals. Where is my equals sign? Greater or equals to voting age. So that will check if your age is actually greater or equal to the voting age. So this should be voting age. So here you can see my age is 30, voting age is 18, and this is not my age, guys. So don't think this is my age. So if I just run this, then I should be able to get the result. So if I come here and do enter, so you see the age, my age is 56, which is actually greater or equal to the voting age. So I'm allowed to vote. So that's how you use it in real life scenarios. So you can say here, and now we can do something. We can now say, can even put in an if statement now. We say if my age is greater or equals to voting age, then I can try to make this look a bit cool. So you can do here, you can say console. You can say console. Okay, let me just paste this here. Then you can do here else. Sorry. So you can do here else. Then here I can say this one. So if I just come here, I can say here, you can put in some, you can say you are eligible to vote. You are eligible to vote. So then the next one, you can put in some instruction. You say you are eligible to vote. Then here you can say you are not eligible to vote. So you can see now we are using if. So you see here we are using if. So we've been able to compare. So this will give us a true or false. So if it's true, then you are eligible to vote. If your age is greater or equals to voting age, then you are eligible to vote. If you are not, then you are not eligible. So if we run this, we'll only get one result. So you can't get two results. So you can see you are eligible to vote. So that means your age is greater or equals to the voting age, which is 18. So that's a simple way on how you can use an if else. So you see we've actually used if then. So here we said if voting age is less or equals to, we say voting age is my age. If my age is greater or equal to the voting age, then you are eligible. Else, then if that is not met, then you are able to do this. So that's a simple way on how you can do an if else. So this is actually conditions, and it's actually if statements. So in C# we use actually if to specify a block of code to be executed. So this is the block of code to be executed if only the specified condition is true. So you also specify, you use else to specify a block of code to be executed if the same condition is false. So here we'll execute if the condition is true, and here we'll execute the block of code if the condition is false. So we also have else if to specify a new condition test if the first condition is if the first condition fails, or even switch. So the if statement, that is, we've been able to see if else, but now you can also do else if. So we've said that else statement is used to specify the block of code to be executed if the condition is false. So this is the block of code to be executed if the condition is false. But now we can try to do two conditions. You can say if my age is greater than that, let's say if my age is I can do here, let's say here 17. So I can say if age is greater than that, do that. Else, then I can do else if, I can put another condition here. You can say if age, else if age is less than 16. If that is less than 16, then you can see you are not eligible to vote. And then I can put another condition here called else. Then I can, let's say here, and then I can say you are almost eligible to vote. So we've added another thing here. So we've done if, then this is the block of code to be executed if this statement is true. Then we've also added another test condition here. So if this condition fails, then you are doing else if, then you're also passing another value. Then if that also passes, then we are executing that. But if this fails, then we go with the last one. So if we just execute this, you realize that we'll be able to get our last result. You see, you are almost eligible to vote. So what that means is my age is greater than voting age, it is actually less. So it skipped this, it went here. Else if my age is less than 16, it is not. This is 17. So it will actually execute the last block of code. So that is how this works. So it will first check the first condition, then go to the next condition. Then if that condition is not met, then it moves to the last condition. So that is how you deal with else if. But now there is a better way on how you can do that. So you can see, for example, here we've done this. So you can come here and say, I can say here, let me just say here, you can do here my age, then you can say string age result. Then I can say here, I can do this. I can say if my age is less than 18, then I can do here, I can do that. Then here I can put double quotes. Then I can say you are not eligible to vote. Then I can put full colon. Then I can say you are eligible to vote. So this will also give me the same result. So it will actually remove all this. So I can remove all this, and I can say this is age result. Then I can console this. So this is a shorthand of actually writing the if else. We call it ternary operator. So you can see we have the variable here, then we have the condition, then if it will return the expression if this is true. So this actually, if this is true, so if this is true, then it will return this condition. But if it's false, then it will return this condition. So if we just run this, we'll also get the same result. So let's just launch and see. So if so you can see, let me just launch again. So you can see here, you are not eligible to vote. That means my age is less than 18. So this is the result that we have. So that's how you're able to get the result. So we've been able to see the if else. So we can also try to look for switch. So let's just look for switch. So we've done here, so just for those who are following, so we've done if else, we've done also else if, and we've seen Boolean. So let's also check for switch. So switch, so we use switch statements to select one of many code blocks to be executed. So for example, we can say if, say day, sorry, we say here if, we can declare it. We say int day, today, we say today, then we say it's 4th, then we can say, we can do here switch, can do switch, then we say day, these should be small letters. So switch day, then we can do here, we say case 0, then we can console. And we say, you can say, if we say this is, let's say 1, we say this is Monday, we close this, then we do break. We also do case 2, we do here Tuesday, and then we close this. Then case 3, we say this is Wednesday, then we close this, we break. Case 4, we say this is Thursday, we do that, then we break. Then we can say case 5, we do also, we say Friday. So that is it. Then I think that's okay. So if we do this, then you should be able to get the result. So you can see here, we have these cases. So I want us to move this block of code inside a bit so that you're able to see our cases. So you can see here we have case 1. Case if it is 1, then it is Monday. If it is 2, then it is Tuesday. If it is 3, then it is Wednesday. If it is 4, then it is Thursday. If it is 5, then it is Friday. So if I just execute this, then it will give us the result. So you can see this is Thursday. So that means it has checked. 1, it has skipped. 2, it has skipped. 3, it has skipped. 4, it has skipped. And it has given us the result. So we are able to get the result. So we are using, so you will see we are using something called break. So when C# reaches a break keyword, this one, it breaks out of the switch code, block of code. So it actually exits. So that's why it is able to print this and exited, then it gave us the result. So that is what it's kind of, it will actually stop the execution of more code. It will not go forward and check this case 5. So if we do here case 1, it will just come. If it is case 1, it will get the result here. So it will execute this code, break, that is exit, instead of going and looping through checking the others, and you already have the result here. So if we just execute the block of code, then we should be able to see that. So I'll just press that, and you can see this is Monday. So we are able to get this particular result. So we have something called default keyword that is actually optional, but it specifies some code to run if there is no case match. So assuming we've done case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But assuming when users are inputting, they enter here 50. So what will be the result? Because we don't have the result here, we will not get the output. So that is now we now have something called default. So we have something called default. So here we have default. So default, we now execute and we say here, there is no such day. So this is what we'll be able to give the user if the result is not there. So you can see now we have case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now we have here someone putting in 50. So that is why we have default. So the default keyword specifies the code to run if there is no case match, and it will actually give us the result. So if we just run this, we'll be able to get the result. So you can see there is no such day. We've been able to provide 50. But if you enter here 5, it will actually get the result, and we should be able to. So let me just launch this. So you can see here. So this is the result that we have. This is Friday. So we've been able to get the result here. So this is case 5, and this is Friday. So I think that is it for today. So we've been able to see Booleans, if, else, else, if, and even switch. So if you're new to this channel and you want to subscribe, please consider subscribing. If you also want to get more of our videos, like the video, and also you can buy us coffee if you like what we do. And in case you want to also comment something, comment down below and we'll be able to read some of your comments. That is it for today, and see you in our next